Now look, the term robbery gets thrown around way too much. And we've said this. I've said this for I don't know how many. And the term GOAT. Those are the two most used terms ever when it comes to combat sports. Yeah, but I thought it was pretty clear cut that Loma won the fight. And the reason why I'm going to say that, and I'm not going to go round by round, but the reason I'm going to say that is I saw this breakdown earlier today too, and a couple people were posting it. Lomachenko outstruck Devin Haney by 564 strikes to 404 or 405 overall. Loma has also dominated the latter championship rounds.
Well, hold on. Stop. Yeah. Let's go line by line here, because you're saying that Lomachenko threw 564.
64.
And what did Devin Haney?
405.
Okay, and you know here's your problem with it. It doesn't matter how many you throw; it's how many you land.
We had this conversation. Yep.
Okay.
So he threw more dominant, but he also dominated the latter rounds, which is the championship rounds. So he outpunched Haney 124 to 110. Moretti, I think, was the judge who scored it for Haney, winning the 10th round. I think when you go back and look at the 10th round, I think it was a kind of a clear cut that I think Loma won that round. So that ultimately is what decided the fight. It's not a robbery. But
again,
a lot of people get...
problem. Here's the problem. Dave Moretti's been a freaking boxing official judge forever, done all the big fights. And there's times that, I've argued with him about how did you score that? And he'll go back and look and say, yeah, I screwed that up. He's actually a great guy as far as knowing the sport and being good with it. But he's got one angle. Mm-hmm. He's looking at the fight from, and he doesn't see everything that you see with all those cameras that you're watching from. So sometimes, he puts that score down because he only saw the clean shots of one fighter where he didn't see the clean shots of the other fighter. And that can be the difference.
Yeah. I thought the movement, I thought that Haney was going to be the faster, the longer, like he would utilize that a lot better. Loma did a great job because we had talked last week. I said, Loma slowed down a little bit, just enough to where I think Haney was I thought Haney was going to win this fight. And I didn't think he was going to make it look easy, but I thought it would be an easier fight for him. But he really had a hard time with Loma's movement, slipping underneath, landing the shots. It was one of those fights where he was touching him enough to frustrate Haney. Loma was just touch, boom. And they didn't have to be hard. He just had to get him off his game because Haney just couldn't get going. He couldn't get a rhythm to the fight that Loma was fighting. And that really had an effect on how Haney was fighting. I looked at this fight as I watched round by round. I was like, do you think this is a big reason, another reason why people are kind of starting to lose faith a little bit in boxing?
Let me answer a couple of your things. First, I thought the same thing. I thought Devin Haney would be faster and have more length because Lomachenko, if you ever are near him, he's a pretty small guy. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they say as far as his height. He's 5'5", if that. He's pretty small.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable as far as he pivots off of his front foot many times. He'll take a step and he'll do that side pivot and he'll take it. Then he'll move his back foot again off it, and he really takes people 5'7". There's no fucking way he's 5'7". But he did give Haney a lot of problems, and I'm being honest. Look, and I kind of looked at it this way. I wanted Lomachenko to win. I had Lomachenko winning 115, 113. Mm-hmm. I was scoring the fight. And but there's rounds that you can look at and you go, okay, I can see where someone can, go the other way and stuff. I thought Lomachenko did the things. I think the body attack of Devin Haney is what the judges really focused on a lot because he was going to the body well. He was landing clean, hard shots to the body. I thought Lomachenko was going to the head more. Landed some clean, hard shots up there too. Look at Devin Haney proved he's a tough dude because he took more shots in that fight than he has in his last 10.
Of course,
with everybody else. So he took some hard shots and he kept firing back and stuff. I thought in the end that Vasily won the fight, close fight, but it's not a robbery.
No.
And it wouldn't have been a robbery, the other way around if it, had gone to Lomachenko, for a Haney fan. But it is part of the problem of, I'm just going to put those are two great fighters.
Mm-hmm.
They are great boxers. And I can take that fight and now compare it to the fight that happened at the Apex down the street with two ladies in Angela Hill and Mackenzie Dern. Which one was more exciting?
Well, I'm a little biased because I'm an MMA guy. So
yeah,
I don't.
Which one was more exciting?
It was exciting, but that fight was also a little bit more one-sided. So I'm going to actually lean probably more towards the Loma fight, where the fight was close. They had some good exchanges. He had Haney hurt a little bit, and Loma looked like he was throwing off his game in some exchanges as well from Haney. The Dern and Hill fight was one-sided, but just to see how gritty that Hill was, fighting out of positions, holding on to the bell went just so she could get back up and almost armbarred, almost, all of these things. That made that fight exciting. But when I look at which fight I would have probably watched more of, which was the Haney and Loma fight, because Loma, though, to me it's like watching Sweetness run. It just it's beautiful.
No doubt about it.
I'm looking at him going, damn, you're good. But my problem is, and I've always had this problem, not just with boxing, but also too with MMA. I know the promotions don't have anything to do with it, but you almost can write the narrative that we want the younger guys to win. And I don't know what it is, man. Like, it just seems like, that in this situation, this scenario, it should have been Loma's fight, and the younger fighter coming up got the nod. And I don't know, man. This is how conspiracy theories start, John. Just me yapping away about dumb shit like this. This is how it all starts.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight.
It was.
They were closely matched. They both had their moments. But I will say this. They're both going to change if they rematch this. I think you're going to see Lomachenko actually give Haney less respect. Punching power wise. I think Lomachenko realizes I can walk through a lot of his shots. Mm-hmm. And I think Haney is going to change up what he's going to do with Lomachenko. I always go with the younger guy in the rematch. Just usually, their ability to change things and be better at it, especially if he won the first one. But, I can see this fight happening again. But overall, I thought they both fought well. It was close.
Yeah, if I'm Haney, I take the win and run. I pull a Mayweather. Nope, I'm good. I got the W. I'm over it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, if I'm Haney. But if I'm Loma, hey, yeah, sure, I'm interested in it, but I'm not going to let it hold up the rest of my career.
100% agree.